Welcome to Into the Unknown, where we discuss our reality's deepest mysteries. In today's episode of Into the Unknown, we will discuss the possibility of an economical cycle. According to America's most documented psychic, Edgar Cayce's readings state that another Great Depression can happen again, and soon. On September 8, 1931, someone asked Mr. Cayce while in trance,
"When will be the next peak of general business prosperity, and when will be the bottom?"
Edgar's response to this question that was asked in 1931, almost 100 years ago, could seem irrelevant to our world today, but if we take a closer look, it could point to an ongoing economical cycle that is able to predict multiple Great Depressions to come.
As the cycles come and go, these may be judged much for the future as they have been in the past. There is, as has been seen, those general periods, going back, as we find, the greatest depression as arose from ordinary causes. Those in the present are out of the ordinary, for they are the combinations of both wrath, oppression and sin, in the one nearer akin, as we find, in 1907. Hence a cycle seen, this, then, of the greater next depression, would be another cycle, or a 7, which comprises, as is seen, near to 24 to 25 years. This, you see, makes the combination of peak made, oppression or depression, also of business.
According to this reading, it would seem that there is a depression of some extent every 25 years. Starting at 1907 and going over the next century, it is astonishing to see the trend. The Panic of 1907 was a severe financial crisis that was triggered by a series of events, including speculation and financial manipulation in the stock market. The market crashed but was saved by an independent banker by the name of J.P. Morgan. Because of the panic, the central bank Federal Reserve was created. Now fast forward to 1932 and we are full force into the Great Depression. This time the stock market crashed, and we were in the middle of World War II. Unemployment rates were the highest they've ever been, with nearly a quarter of adults without work. The recession of 1957, also known as the Eisenhower recession, was yet another economic downturn. The recession of 1982 was primarily attributed to a combination of factors, including tight monetary policy pursued by the Federal Reserve to combat inflation, high interest rates, a decline in consumer spending, and the aftermath of the oil price shocks in the 1970s. Both the unemployment rate and crime had doubled, and took nearly a decade to recover. Another 25 years later, and it's 2007, the housing market is in a bubble, and banks need bailouts. "2032, what will happen to me and you?"
Remember, large oaks from small acorns grow. Remember, the grain of sand is the foundation of the seashore. Remember that it was the still small voice, and not the wind or the lightning, that was the voice of the creative energy that rules the world. Remember, then, that action, with the correct purpose, builds in the hearts and minds of individuals who are co-workers and ambassadors of that living force we call God.
Thank you for watching Into the Unknown, where we discuss the mysteries of our universe. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like so you won't miss any of our episodes.